The Sugar Girls bound to action this evening at the H-E-B Park in Texas, USA, in the CONCACAF Olympic Women's Football Qualifiers. The match against Canada begins at 6:30 p.m. At a press conference on Tuesday, coach Janae Buklowski said the match this evening is the biggest in the history of the St. Kitts Nevis women's team, and they are ready to face their opponents.
I'm really excited personally to be a part of a match to play against Canada. It's a big game. I would be remiss if I didn't say it was probably the biggest game so far in the Federation for St. Kitts and Nevis for the women's team. Like that's on the table. We talked about that with the team. They're aware that it's going to be a challenge, right? But I think the message for me and for our staff is that we have a plan. I have confidence in the work that we've put in prior coming into camp, and I have confidence in them. That we're here and we earn the right to be here, and that they need to respect that, and they need to know that, and they need to feel it, right? So it might sound really cliche, but we don't have anything to lose. Like, this is a new experience for us, so there's no reason for us to transfer any stress we might have about the game, but to just come out and play and to put our best foot forward, and I think that the plan that we have is a good one.
Coach Buklowski spoke about the makeup of the team.
If you look at the makeup of our roster, we're really young, right? So 50% of the players that were chosen for this roster are under 20. And then 50% are senior players, right? There's also a mix of players that are from the island and players that are from outside the island, right? So the thing that's been the most surprising to me personally has been how receptive they have been to the ideas that we've brought in, right? That would be a challenge for anybody who comes from outside the country or outside the culture to first figure out how things are functioning, but then also figure out where the areas are that need the most attention and which ones are secondary, right? So the reception from the staff, from the Federation, and then I think from the players it continues to surprise me and how supportive they are of that process. And from the players' perspective, the amount of questions that they ask, it's a lot. It's good questions, and it's not the kind of questions that are like, are you sure? I don't know if I disagree with that. I'm not sure. It is, okay, how can I best meet that demand that you're asking us to do, whether it's tactically or physically or in training or in a game. It's a hunger to advance their personal games as well as the team game. And that's been very much a pleasant surprise for me.
Meanwhile, team captain Phoenicia Brown lauded coach Janae Buklowski for helping the team improve and spoke of the team's strengths ahead of their match against Canada.
Having Janae come in as a coach has definitely helped in building a more professional environment for us, and that has helped in developing players. Just having that knowledge come in has helped us just to become more organized and to focus on maybe our weaknesses, things that we can work on. And it's been good to have that pointed out to us and have us try to grow as players. Like, we've all been growing a lot since they've come in. And yeah, now we're excited to see what the future has in store for us. Yeah. One of our strengths is that we are good at learning how to play with each other in short periods of time. And yeah, we tend to bring that chemistry together no matter how long or how short we're together. So I think, yeah, that's one of our strengths as a team.
Coach Buklowski spoke highly of Canadian striker Christine Sinclair, who is on the cusp of history. Sinclair, the Canadian women's team captain, is just 2 goals shy of the all-time international scoring record, with 183 goals, one back of the mark set by American Abby Wambach.
It's an honor to be on the field with her, and it's an honor to see her at this point in career having the opportunity to break records like this. If we could put all 11 on Christine Sinclair, I think we would, but I don't think that's going to work out for us, so we're not going to do that. We certainly hope that she breaks the record, but maybe not against St. Kitts and Nevis, right? So it's a balancing act, but if she does, it's certainly an honor, and it's maybe she ties it, and then we move on to the next conversation, right? But yes, I am aware, and if she does break it, it's a shame she's not doing it on home soil. I hope that I hope there's some recognition there for her after this competition ends back in Canada.
After the match against Canada, the Sugar Girls will play Mexico on Saturday and Jamaica next week Tuesday in Group B of the group stage. The top 2 teams of Group B and A will move on to the semi-final round, and the last 2 teams in the finals will automatically qualify for the Olympics.